right, good morning. We're just going to start with some shoulder rolls up, around, and back. A little bit of the elbows. Keep that going. I'm going to adjust this just a tiny bit. The last time, roll those shoulders down, and then you're behind your book, you're just step touching. And then I want you to kind of come up towards your book and step up on your book. I'm on my right foot, but if you're on the other, I don't think it will matter. At some point, if it does, switch. Good. Two more. And then you're walking behind your book again. And then mosey up to the other side. I'm going to end up with my left foot up on the book and tap up. One more. Step behind your book, 2 steps, and then come up on this side. Last one, come behind your book for 2 steps, and up you go. This time you go up, whoops, up and over. Wait. And up and over again. Two more. Up and over. 4 step ups. Up and over. 4 steps. Up and over. 2 steps. Up and over. I guess that was 1 step. Sorry. Now up and over. Now that single step, step up and over. Step up and over. And now we're just going up and over. You can add a little rotation if you want, doing whatever you want with your arms. This time you're going to stay on that side where your right foot is up. You're going to put that right foot up on the book. And we're going to tap quickly. We're going to turn that into a knee lift. We're turning that into a squeeze with your hamstring and arms. And then we lift. And up and over you go. Left foot up on your book. Tap it up. Double time. Knee lift. Hamstring curl. Extension. And up and over. Tap up. Knee lift for 4. Hamstring curl for 4. 4 extensions. Up and over. Tap for 4. Knee for 4. Curl 4. Extend 4. Up and over. Tap up 2. Knee 2. Curl 2. Extend for 2. Up and over, tap for 2, knee for 2, curl 2, extend for 2, up and over, tap 1, knee 1, knee, curl, extend, other side, tap, knee, curl, extend. Woo, take a moment, tap it out, straddle your book, hands on your thighs, roll through your cat and extend through your cow. Just keep that going for me, please. And then drop into that cow extension, pull the abs in, press that right side away, look over the left. Come back up, press open through the left. Back through center, roll cat, inhale cow, pull the belly button in. Big deep breath in, lift it up. All right, working on that book again. Right foot is up. And left leg is just hanging in space. We're going to bend that right knee so that the left heel barely taps, and then we straighten the right. Tap and lift. So all this is from that right side, quad and glute. Last one. We hang in space with that left leg again. Let the right hip shoot out to the right and then tuck it under. Shoot it out, tuck it under, out and under. That left leg might be moving a little bit, but it's only moving because the hip raises up. Two more. Step it off, cross that right leg over the left, reach up, grab your right wrist, lift as tall as you can, and then still lifting, press it up and over, then support yourself by pushing that hip a little extra. And step forward with that right foot, back with the left. Bend both knees, roll cat, inhale cow. See if you can straighten that right leg and shoot that hip out behind you. With support with your left hand, lift that right arm up, 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 and we go to the other side. So you're up on that book now with that left leg, abs in, and again, right leg is floating in space. You bend your left knee to tap that heel. Leave that hovering in space, shoot the left hip out and tuck it under. Out it goes and under. Two more. And step it down, left goes over the right, hand up, grab that left wrist, stretch tall, and then up and over. And you can support, pressing that hip. Step forward with that left leg back with the right, bend both knees, roll cat and inhale cow. See if you can straighten out that left leg and support with the right. Left arm reaches up, 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 up. You go. Beautiful. Now we're back up on that book again with our right foot. And again, we're going to bend the right knee, put your left toes a little in front, bend the right knee to glide those left toes even further forward. We'll add some arms. Two more. Last one. We're going to do that same thing to the side. Do your best to shoot that right knee straight ahead, not let it buckle in. And then here we go, that leg reaches to the right. We sit into it, trying not to hinge forward too much at the hips. A little more challenge is added if you bring your arms up. All right, and then the last one, we're gonna cross the leg behind us in a little curtsy. Two more. Last one. Once again, we're gonna cross that right achy breaky hip over the left. Push the hip over, reach the arm up, and lengthen. Maybe give it a little rotation and up. And we get to do that on the other side. So left foot is up on your book. Bend the left knee, right toes travel forward. And then here we go to the side. Good. Here we go to the back. Adding a little lift with the arms if you want a little extra. And then finally that curtsy. Two more. And then again, we'll step over with that left leg, arm up, and press the hip. A little rotation if that would feel good. And back we go. All right, let's give that thigh area, hip area, glute area a little rest while we work just calves. So you probably want something to hold on to. Left foot is up on your book with the toes, the ball of the foot, and most of the arch, but the heel is off. And then we're just going to come up on that left leg all the way. I haven't forgotten us. Let's see if we can get 8 more. Might be achy by now. Can we get 4 more? Oh, and put that right foot down next to the book. Slide the left leg back so that just the ball of the foot and the toes are on there, and then let that straight leg with the heel drop. Keep that position, but just bend that left knee a little bit. Then we're going to roll the toes out and the heel in. Square the hips, drop the left heel. and bend that knee. Beautiful. Turn the left toes in, pigeon-toed. Give that heel a nice drop. And bend that knee. All right, we have another foot. Right foot is up on your butt with just the heel and a tiny bit of the arch hanging off. Left leg is in space. You go up. Keep that going. We're a little more than halfway. Almost there. 4 more. Boy. Bring that up. Left foot goes down beside your book. Right foot slides back a little so the heel can drop. Right leg is nice and straight to get that beautiful stretch. Tuck your hip under, make sure your booty's not sticking out. And then finally bend that right knee a little bit. Roll the toes out and the heel in, drop the heel. And bend it. And then we'll turn the toe in, heel out, drop. And bend. Ah, beautiful. Shake all that out. Give your ankle a little rotation. And then we're going to pick up that book. Maybe go into a nice wide stance for deep plie. Holding that book up against your chest for now, palms facing you. You see how that plie is feeling today. And then flip that book out. And then extend it out. Serve your platter. Stay down on this one, bend the elbow the tiniest bit, straighten it, straighten it. So I want to see your book down here where you're displaying the title. Beautiful. Ooh, bring that up. You can set your book aside for just a second, flex through the palms of your hands, open that chest and stretch those biceps. And relax all that. All right, let's grab that book in your right hand. Left leg is forward. And we're just going to tip for that dunking board. Left leg is fairly straight, sorry. Left leg is fairly straight. You're going to have a slight bend in it. And then you're going to give me a little rowing motion with that right hand. And if you want to, change that up, and you can adjust how you're holding your book. When you come forward, bring the arm out to the side. Oh, that didn't work. And final option, this is a little intense, arm can come out in front of you. Last one, leave it here, bring that arm back to the original position, slight bend in your right knee. You're just gonna row and you're gonna match it with a straightening of that left leg. And relax. Woo. All right, other side. So book is in your left hand, right leg is forward. We just get that dunking bird going. And then add that rowing motion. And then if you want, that book can come out to the side when you go down. And again, a little more intense if you want, that book comes forward. And then we leave everything down, we bend and, sorry, wait, what did we do? We did rowing. And we matched that with the leg, sorry. And relax. Yay. Turn the seat of your chair to face you, put your book on it, so you've got a little height there. Take your right leg across. So it's that same stretch we usually do across our leg. If this is too confusing, feel free to do that. Like a standing pigeon, tailbone needs to stick out. And then roll it under. And stick it out again. Press yourself up. And move that leg. Bring the left leg across. And drop into it. Stick that booty out. Roll it under. And stick that out again. Beautiful. All right, flip your chair around so you have the back towards you. And book is in your right hand. Left knee is bent. Right leg is up. We're going to just start with a little tricep extension so you can figure out how you want to hold your book. And then all we're going to add on is knee comes in, leg and arm extend. Keep that left knee bent, please, so that spine can be long. Two more. Hold it back there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring that down, shake everything out for a moment. Move that to the other hand. Bend that right knee slightly. Lift that left leg up. Get your tricep extension pattern. And then join the knee and the arm bending and extending. Keep your abs in. Keep the right knee mostly bent. And last one, reach, hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah. Okay. Bend that left knee. Put your weight back there. Right leg nice and straight. Roll those toes up, flip the leg out. Roll those toes up, flip the leg in. Press it up. Bend your right knee. Weight on that leg, left leg is straight. Roll the toes up, rotate out. Lift it up, rotate in. and bring that up. Woo, shake all that out for a moment. All right. We are heading down to the ground with our book, please. And let's just sit up on that book for a second to begin. Pull those glutes out from under you so you can sit nice and tall. Bring that left leg in. I promise this is a short set, but that quad set. Flex through the heel, point the toes, flex through the heel, point the toes. Try not to roll backwards on your spine. And then lift that leg off the ground. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. One more, point, flex, point, lift. Flex, lift. Then point, bend, stretch. And flex, bend, stretch. See, I was nice-ish. Scoot over enough that your left glute is still on, but your right glute is off the book. Gives you a little bit of extra stretch space. Trying to get that right knee back. Hug the heel as close to the hip as feels comfortable. Hand on that right hip, roll it back, lift it up, roll it back, lift it up, roll it back, lift it up, leave it there. And then lift that right arm up, start to feel a stretch. You can slide that left hand out and drop into it. You can reach a little behind you, you can reach a little in front. A little open and a little close, and then bring those hands down and lift it up. And now that right leg comes in, left leg goes out. You know, the further out it is, the more challenging. You can have it straight in front or off to a small angle. Point and flex, use that quad. And then off the ground, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and lift, point and flex, or sorry, lift and flex, point, bend, stretch, flex and stretch, and relax. And again, we're going to shift over just a little bit so that left hip drops off. And then we pull that leg behind us, try and get that heel close to the hip, and then rotate that hip forward and back. This is where you might notice the difference in those two hips. And then rotate it forward. Lift the arm up. And then if you want, you begin to slide out. Open a little to the back. And a little rotation to the front. And open. And close. And open and lift. All right. And then just go ahead and slide off that book. Bring your feet in front of you. You can have everything zipped up and touching if you want, or you can be hip distance apart. Book in front of you. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Think about bringing that right rib cage toward the left hip and the left rib cage towards the right hip without crunching. Just have that awareness of pulling those muscles in. And then that book is in front of you. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, lift it just a tiny bit if you want. Exhale, lower it, come up. Inhale. Notice what your knees are doing. Are they wanting to gap open? Try and keep them squeezed together. You can begin to challenge yourself, bringing that book further overhead. And last time, bring it back, bring the book behind you, hold on to it, curl it, extend it, pull up, tuck it back, extend it, pull it up, and then move that book out of the way and lower yourself down, hug those knees in. Take a little rock side to side, please. And then we're going to grab that book, put it right above us. Deep breath in, Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Book goes overhead for ab prep, but with that little extra challenge. Exhale to lift. Inhale, arms reach by your head. Exhale, come back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. If this bothers your neck, you can still get some benefit bringing that book behind you. Elbows stay wide. Exhale, lift. You can leave the book there. Inhale. Exhale, down. Or you can exhale, lift for that moment, extend on the inhale, and then again, support the head as you exhale down. And of course, you can leave your head down the whole time and just make sure when you reach the arms overhead that your ribs don't react by lifting. And then whichever one you have chosen, let's go ahead and hold it. Isometric contraction with those arms reaching, head up or head down for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And relax that. Move the book just to your left hand. Put your right hand across your ribs. Deep breath in. Exhale. Pull the ribs down toward the hip as the left arm goes overhead, and then lift it up. Up and over, and exhale up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale above you. Make sure there's not a change in those ribs as the arm goes overhead, please. And then the arm can go overhead, bend it, straighten it, come up and over, bend, straighten, and up and over, bend, straighten, and up. One more like that, up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Last time it goes overhead, you straighten. Beautiful. A little stretch for that left tricep, so point the fingers towards your shoulder, let the elbow point to the sky. And relax that. And then we're going to put that book in the right hand. Hands on that rib cage, arm up and over. Make sure there's not a change in your ribs. Abs stay flat. And then up and over, bend, straighten, and up. And then we stay overhead and press and press. And relax. And again, little tricep stretch. Right fingers point toward your shoulder. Beautiful. All right, let's take that book between our knees. Kind of down toward the shins. Arms out in a T position, but pull the ribs down. Tuck the hips a little if need be for toe touch. And you can make it a heel flex if you want. Take a little break. Move that book. Let's let the right knee drop in, left leg drop open for a moment. And flip that around. Left knee drops, right leg opens. And then bring the soles of the feet together. And then we're coming right back to where we were, but between those knees, arms out into a T, legs go side to side. Toes up where you can see them. and relax. All right, let's put that book across our hips. Fingers are just going to hold it in place as we lift up in our bridge. Simple bridge today, just a little press up and down. You can move the book further if you want, just changing it up a little, play with where that is. And relax. We're going to pivot over onto our side, arm underneath your ear, legs are long, book is on that top leg. When you look down, you shouldn't really be able to see those toes. Hold the book in place, lift the waistline up, create your little mouse house, and then lift. Just holding that book against your leg. Two more. Let's just hold this one out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, relax that, bend that knee, give that hip a little love. And then slide that book down where your feet would be for a plank, or will be. You can either have your top leg in front or you can stack your feet. Find yourself in a nice straight line. Push the shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, and here we go. Take a quick break. Press that shoulder back. Here we go up for a shorter one. And relax. All right, those 2 exercises on the other side. So long straight line in your body as you lie down, arm underneath your ear. Can't really see those toes. Lengthen that top leg, lift that waistline. And here we go, holding that book down the leg. Two more. And relax, bend that knee. Give that hip some love. And then that book goes down at the foot of the mat. Either top leg in front or stack them up. Let's press that shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. And bring it up, side plank. And bring it down, take a quick break. Regain that shoulder in the correct position and lift it up. And bring it down. All right. And then let's come over onto our abs. Let's bring that book out in front of us. Just place your hands on it, bring your forehead down to the ground. Lift one leg and stretch it so long that the hip slides down. Lift the other leg, same thing. Toes are on the ground, kneecaps are lifted. Pubic bone pushes into the ground. And then press into the hands to lift the upper back. Tiniest bit off the ground. See if you can drag your book an inch towards you without bending your elbows and down. Inhale, prepare, exhale, press. Inhale, pull back, exhale, down. Inhale, prepare, pressing into the toes, the pubic bone, exhale, lifting. Inhale, pulling back very slightly. Again. Last one, just press it up, shoulders out of your ears, and relax. We're going to take that book behind our hamstrings, give ourselves a little extra space for our shell stretch. And then press it up. We'll leave that book where it is. Put your toes on that for your final round of planks. Down on your forearms, thumbs face the sky. Tuck those toes, pull the belly button in, and find your plank. And relax for a moment. And then find that plank again. And relax. And then one more short plank, best form you can find. And relax. Ooh. All right, spin that all the way over onto your spine. Bring that book behind both legs to get a nice back stretch. And then move the book so it's behind only your left leg. Straighten the right leg out on the ground and hug that left knee in. Long spine stretch here, especially on that left low back. Put the left foot on the ground, book comes behind the right leg. Hug it in, stretch the left leg out. And then all you're going to do is slide the book so that the corner of the book is up against your calf and your hamstring if possible. And then squeeze your shin so that you're compressing the book, and then rotate your ankle. Both ways. And then slide the book so it's closer to behind the knee, but not right behind the knee. And then pull that down and in. Flex through that right heel. And then straighten the leg out as you flex through the heel. Let the leg win, and then let the arms win. Press the leg away, add a little resistance with the arms. Pull in, add a little resistance with the leg. And then press away and pull in both at the same time. And then slowly let that leg come down. And then we're going to compress the edge of the book against the left calf and the left hamstring. Hands across the shin and rotate at the ankle. And then slide that book a little further up, just not onto those ligaments. Press in and press up, flex through that heel. And straighten that leg out, press against the book, pull in with your arms. Press and pull, and both at the same time. And slowly lower that leg up, arms out into a T position for a moment. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh. You can put the book over to the left. Thread your needle. Pull in those knees a little to the left and further in for a deeper stretch. And then put the left foot on the ground. Cross that right knee all the way over. Slide the book so that your right knee will land on it. So baby little twist here. And then press everything back up through center, uncross. Bring your book over to your right side, cross the left ankle over, and thread your needle. Pulling in and over for a deeper stretch. And then right foot on the ground, left knee crosses over. Let that knee land on the book. And you can either choose to roll onto one side or make your way over however you'd like to your hands and knees. We'll do our undulating cow-cat. And then hands back, tuck your toes, press those hips up in the air. Wide stance. Walk it back, bend the knees, cat and cow. Deep breath in, and you have your curtsies. Thank you guys.